Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. Right now, everyone is preparing the ground, and this time around, it's not even individuals that are doing it. It's even the geopolitical zones that are preparing the ground for candidates who will sit in Aso Rock come 2023. And the Yorubas now are speaking. You're going to see the criteria that they have rolled out, and also what they expect whoever that will become Yoruba president come 2023, what he must do in the first 6 months. We're going to be looking at other details as you will hear in the news. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Several pan-Yoruba groups numbering 57 and comprising Oodua People's Congress, OPC, Oodua Nationalist Coalition, ONAC, Agbegoya, Southwest Student Coalition, SWSC, Oodua Liberation Movement, OLM, Oodua Self-Determination Alliance, OSDA, Ishikiri Salvation Front, ISF, Network of Southwest Vigilante, NSWV, Southwest Professional, SOPROOF, among others, have vowed to ensure that the 2023 presidential polls produce a candidate that will restructure the country and resolve the lingering national questions. The groups equally vow that the exercise must produce a Yoruba candidate or risk popular uprising. This was just as they said that political parties should know that the 2023 general election would be different, as it would not be about the ruling All Progressive Congress or the main opposition, the People Democratic Party, PDP, but about the general public. The group asserted that it would take over the process and the campaign to ensure that the will of the people triumph in the entire Yoruba territories. The pan-Yoruba groups gave this position in a communique issued and signed by Sunday Akinuaye, Femi Agbana, and Mrs. Ganiat Toriola at the end of the party, which held on Tuesday in Lagos, that was attended by over 300 delegates. They noted that they were aware of presidential aspirants, including the APC national leader Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, and Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi, but quickly warned that multiplicity of presidential candidates in Yoruba land would be counterproductive. The groups argued that the Yoruba people must make the choice of who should represent their interests at the national level, and not for the candidates to impose themselves as representing the Yoruba slot. The group said, and I quote, they said, "We shall ensure this does not happen. The Yoruba people must decide their presidential candidate and work genuinely for him. We wish to see the national question resolved immediately before the next election, but given the balance of strength, the presidential election may still hold without the country addressing the critical issue of self-determination. If this happens, Yoruba land will rise up to mobilize for any candidate that genuinely wants to restructure Nigeria in the first 6 months of the post-Muhammadu Buhari era. We have resolved to ensure only one credible Yoruba candidate emerges, a decent person that can hold to his or her words, a responsible family man who fears God and respects the people, a candidate that is of a high moral standing who is genuinely committed to resolving the knotty national question." According to the pan-Yoruba groups, presidential aspirants in Yoruba land usually rely on money, not idea, positing that political leaders had emerged with absolute contempt for the people, making it difficult for them to address the fear and aspiration of the people. The group, however, vowed that they were determined to ensure that the next election is not influenced by the oppressors, not by the oppressed, not by the slave owners, but by the enslaved, with a new defiant spirit of resistance against unjust system. Speaking further, the group vowed that any presidential candidate emerging from the Southwest would need the fury of the people if restructuring is not considered as the topmost priority. We want to assure Nigerians that the people can change the narrative of the 2023 election. This is possible. We can reignite the flames of liberty using the mass-based approach beyond political party divide, the group said. Wow, this is quite an interesting news, I tell you. And there are multiple reactions coming from different angles. But, we are going to be looking at some of the points that they have raised and also how possible that 2023 election will be mass-based. In other words, people's-based. The decision will be people's-based and not political party-based. But let's look at the reactions of Nigerians. This one say, that's very good. A man that fear God, that is Osibanjo. Tinubu does not fear God. He kills our youth like animal in Lekki Gate. We youths don't want to hear anything about Tinubu or Atiku for president at all. Tinubu was a man of Lagos State. He could not build a good hospital in Lagos State, but when he was sick, he went to UK for treatment. So he is not a good candidate for presidency. Another person say, only allegation, bro. Cabal rule the country throughout Osibanjo tenure, but we need Cabal to rule Cabal. That's where Tinubu is qualified. Another person say, did you say presidential candidate from the Southwest that will restructure Nigeria? Good idea. But the North may not support him if he makes it known that he will restructure the country. The North another person replied that the North actually wants restructuring. The only Igbo military head of state, Ironsi, that brought this system of central government. The North has what it takes to be independent. Only the South is without natural resources and no industry will lose out. I tell you, that wouldn't be a problem to them. Another person here says, Yorubas are very greedy and selfish. A Yoruba has been president of Nigeria for 2 terms, that's 8 years, uninterrupted. They will be vice president for 8 years also. They will be speaker for 8 years too. They have been Senate president for 8 years. They should support the Igbos to be president if power should come to the South. Another person responded here, says, Yoruba candidate has never been a president in the country. Obasanjo is a northerner candidate. Story for the gods, I'm telling you. Another person replies, say, you are just being sentimental and untruthful because of politics. Obasanjo is a Yoruba man, period. Will you also say good luck Jonathan was a Yoruba man? Another person here says Yoruba candidate has never been a president in this country. Obasanjo is a northern candidate. Oh my God. Somebody here says, claim you don't know what you are saying. Presidency is not for free. You have to struggle for power like Tinubu is doing. Igbos did not believe in APC. That is how they were not supported. Now I want another person, the last one I'm going to take here. The person says, sound good, sound sweet, but sound impossible too. Well, maybe this is towards 2027 election because like it or not, the next president has been chosen and the rest is just for show of the usual democratic and political exercise. The only region yet to produce their own presidential candidate is Southeast, despite the fact that they want it given to them on the platter of gold. As for the Northerners, we know Atiku is coming out from there, and Tinubu will flag for Southwest and will dominate whoever this group of noisemakers produce under whatever political party. Someone says that Igbos are selfish and hypocritical. Which time has Igbo ever supported Yoruba except when they have no option or when it would favor them? Abiola defeated Tofa even in Kanu State, showing Kanu people supported a Yoruba even against their own son. But except for Anambra, Tofa defeated Abiola in the other 4 Igbo states, even as popular as Abiola was all over the country. So many reactions coming in. But I think that if we say this should be people-based, then we have to be, fair as possible. We have to be, we must carry justice in our heart so that we won't end up hurting other people. Just like someone enumerated, the Yorubas have enjoyed democracy in this country more than every other region, more than every other geopolitical zone. They are the people that have. There is no particular government that comes on board. A Yoruba man is not there. Let's be real, Let's talk about the issue of 1999 to 1997. It was Obasanjo that was there. And then, Jonathan came on board. And when he came on board, in the Senate, we had Saraki was the man there. And then during Buhari's regime, Osibanjo is also there. So you just realize even among the ministers, they are the ones that are mostly being appointed. So I don't think, if we want it to be fair enough, that Yoruba should even be talking about having a lead person for that position. I'm telling you, they shouldn't even be talking about it. Southeast, from all indication, look at it from all angles. Southeast should be the people that should be given that chance of leading this country in 2023. That's enough fairness, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what anybody says. Whether it is Tinubu or whoever that they want to front the whole thing, it doesn't make any sense. Let us show some level of fairness so that these guys can still, if they desire to stay back, they can still stay back. I'm telling you, how can you call yourself a major a major ethnic group, but for once no one had ever considered it? Those who are political players are just running the show the way they feel like running. It's not nice, But I like to leave it there. It's just an opinion from me. What's your own opinion? Do you think that this 57 member groups will stand strong to defend everything?